There comes a moment in every man's life when he looks in the mirror and for the first time he notices the lines on his fists, the silver strands in his beard, the slow recovery, the subtle shift. And in that quiet moment when the noise of youth fades, he asks himself, is still attractive? Do women still notice me? Is my best already behind me? But what the world doesn't tell you, what most men never discover, is this. There is a kind of beauty, a quiet, magnetic, commanding beauty that only a mature man can possess. You see, youth may grab attention, but it's often shallow, loud, and fleeting mature masculine energy. That's different. Dot. It doesn't. Chase dot dot. It doesn't compete. Dot. It doesn't need to be loud. Because it's felt in the air before a single word is spoken. Women don't just see an older man. They sense him in the way he holds eye contact without needing validation. Dot dot in the way he listens with patience instead of rushing to impress. Dot nth. Way he walks, not fast dot, not slow, but with purpose. Dot nth the way he dresses, speaks, thinks, refined, collected, intentional. Dot. It's not about looking. Younger dot. It's about becoming sharper, more stoic, more indeniable. Because let's be clear, a man who's lived through failure and fire, who carries his scars like armor, who doesn't need attention, but attracts effortlessly, that man is dangerous. That man is rare, that man is desirable. This video is not for boys who want quick tips to look cold. It's for men who want to become timeless. For men who are no longer chasing youth, but are ready to embrace the next level of attraction that only maturity can offer. So if you've ever felt the sting of invisibility, if you've ever wondered whether women still feel something when they look, 8 or if you just know deep down that you're meant to walk this world with a presence that speaks without words, then stay with me, because these 7 stoic attraction secrets are going to shift the way you see yourself and the way women see you forever. Let's begin. There's a strange, almost silent pressure modern men face the moment they hit their late 30s, 40s, and beyond. A pressure that whispers through the media, hides inside dating culture, and creeps into the mirror with each passing year. It tells you that as you age, your power fades. Your desirabilities, your relevance fades. You're told to slow down. To step aside. To let the younger men take the spotlight while you quietly become a background character in your own story. And Mossmen accept that narrative. They stop treating. They start hiding. They begin to believe that looking good, commanding, attention, inspiring desire, those things belong to the past. But there's the truth that almost no one will tell you. A man's attractiveness doesn't fade with each, it deepens. It sharpens. It multiplies, if he understands how to carry it. Because unlike youth, Wickerly's on energy and aesthetics, mature masculine, attraction is built on gravity. It's the strength behind your silence, the steadiness in your walk, the discipline in your body, the alertness of your thoughts, the quality of your presence when you enter a room and then say a word. And yet every woman notices, you see, the truly good-looking older man isn't defined by Botox, filters, or desperate style changes. He's defined by something ancient and primal, something women feel but rarely explain. A presence that comes from a man who's lived deeply, suffered excellently, and mastered himself completely. He knows what to wear but doesn't chase trends. He keeps himself fit but doesn't flex. He speaks little but says more with his eyes than Mossmen say in paragraphs. He isn't fleshy but his aura leaves an imprint. And here's what makes it even more powerful. Most men will never become him because most men run from aging. But the high-value man, the stoic man, doesn't run. Herephaneses. He doesn't fear the mirror. He respects it. He doesn't dress to look younger. He dresses to look timeless. He doesn't compete with boys. He leads like a man. In this video, I'm going to hand you 7 powerful principles that separate average aging from iconic resents. These are the secrets that make women look twice. Not because of your age, but because of the weight you carry with it. So if you've ever felt like you were slowly being erased from conversation, if you've ever felt invisible in a world that celebrates youth but forgets Maddie, or if you simply want to become that kind of man who ages not with fear, but with unmatched elegance, strength, and undeniable attractiveness, then this video is your moment. Let's unlock the 7 stoic secrets to being a good-looking older man and show the world that your prime is just beginning. Point 1 on your age like armor. Not a long time doesn't break a real man. It builds him. And yet so many men aging like a slow death sentence. They start hiding behind hair dye, filters, exaggerated clothing, or shallow humor. They fear each birthday like it's a countdown to irrelevance. But a stoic man, a grounded, high-value man, doesn't view age as decline. He sees it as proof that he's survived, grown, endured. Proof that he's earned his gravity. Every scar, wrinkle, and gray hair becomes a badge of character. Not a blemish your age isn't something to mask it. It's something to master. When you walk into a room, you don't try to out-youth younger men. You outwar them. You out-calm them. You outknow them. You bring the weight of experience not for approval, but because the fire no longer burns you, you became a dot. And that, brother, is power that can't be faked out to upgrade. Your aura, not just your apprehension unique, can dress well, but few men know how to wear energy, because once you cross into mature masculinity, attract is no longer a boot surface dot. It's about signal, the way you carry yourself, your eye contact, the pace of your breath, the energy behind your silence. This is where the true good looks of a man live. You don't need to be conventionally handsome. You just need to be intentionally composed. When your aura says, I don't chase Beccas, I attract. I don't prove because I embody. I don't speak because my presence already does. That's when people, especially women, can't stop watching you dot style. It's part of that. A tailored shirt, clean boots, a scent that lingers in the hallway. It all matters. But those are just extensions off your core refinement. Upgrade your aura and the room won't care how old you are. They'll only wonder why they can't stop feeling your presence. 3. Train your body to be a temple, not a trophy. You've seen the type. Men who still try to outlift 20-year-olds flexing endlessly, training for attention. High in aesthetics and low on function. But a man of substance doesn't train for applause. He trains for command. He lifts to stay strong enough to carry his own life and the weight of others when needed. He runs so he can play with his future children or walk miles insolence. He stretches so he ages with grace, not stiffness. You are not sculpting a statue. You are maintaining a vehicle for excellence. A strong body in your 40s, 50s, and beyond tells the world. This man respects himself, honors his vessel. He's not waiting for life to slow down. He's staying ready for everything. And trust this, no woman is impressed by 6 apps if the man behind them is insecure. But a broad-shouldered, combined, firm grip, older man with integrity in his spine, that's not fitness. That's feminine magnetism in motion. Dot for radiant, unshakable stillness, the sexiest energy on earth. Masculine beauty and loud dot. It isn't in flashy clothes or clever pick-up lines, dot. It's in stillness. The stillness of a man who doesn't react emotionally to the chaos around him, who doesn't need to win every argument, what pauses before he speaks, and when heavenly speaks, it lands. That kind often disarms people, especially women, because most men fidget, overshare, compete, or interrupt. But the man who leans back in his chair, who listens without trying to fix, who holds eye contact without agenda, that man is remembered long after he leaves. Why? Because stillness implies mastery, it tells her, I've been through the fire. I'm no longer afraid of it. It says, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm already impressed by who I've become. That calm, that restraint, that internal gravity. It's the rarest form of masculine attractiveness. And the best part, it can't be bought, It must be forged. 5. Live with elegance in the details. That's where women fall. Here's the truth. Most men live like they're barely holding things together. Dishes piled, clothes wrinkled, lives scattered. They don't realize the most attractive men are architects of their environment. The way your space smells, the way you pour herdia, the way your home is clean, minimalist, and deeply intentional. It's not about luxury. It's about elegance. Elegance is the rhythm of your life. The calm of your mornings, the glass of whiskey you sip slowly at night. The handwritten notes you still keep. That quiet music playing while you read. His attention to detail tells her something. This man doesn't just exist. He curates life. And when a woman enters your world and sees that even your silence has style, she wanna stay. Not because they begged, but because your life feels better than the noise outside. 6. Speak with wisdom, not volume on your youth. You may have spoken often to be heard, but now you speak, so your words carry weight. This is what separates the virgin man from the magnetic one. He doesn't talk to be admired. He talks to connect. Ask her deeper questions. Listen for meaning, not just for replies. Compliment her in ways that touch the soul, not the ego. Speak slowly. Let silence stretch. Be okay with not filling every gap, because your presence is already speaking volumes. And when you speak, let your voice sound like it's been seasoned by storms and softened by insight. Not performative, not cocky. Just real, because women aren't impressed by noise. There might be truth. 7. Have a mission that doesn't involve her but makes her want to be part of it. Most magnetic man is the one doesn't make men the center of his universe. He has their purpose, a Kodia direction. He wakes up not for likes but for legacy he's building. Something of business, a philosophy, a discipline, a body of work. And because of this, he doesn't need constant validation. He isn't available 24/7. He doesn't chase. He's simply becoming he was meant to be. And when she sees that, she doesn't feel excluded. She feels invited to witness, to support, to align with that journey. Women fall hardest for men whose eyes are set on something larger than approval, because it makes them feel safe, like they're choosing a man who knows where he's going. This is the final layer of good looks as an older man proposed, because it sharpens your eyes to it, straightens your spine, and it reminds her this man isn't trying to impress me. He's trying to build something eternal, and that's the kind of man who gets remembered forever. So now you know. You don't need Tatcha's youth. You don't need to compete with ladder men. And you certainly don't need to beg for attention in a world you're addicted to surface level beauty. Because when you live like this with intention in your rituals, stillness in your soul, discipline in your body, and direction in your life, you don't have to prove your value anymore. You simply radiate it. You become the kind of man that doesn't need to ask for respect because people feel it the moment you enter the room. You become the man women secretly crave. Not because of your hairline or bank account, but because when they stand in your presence, they feel the one thing they've been starving for: safety, depth, and masculine elegance. So if you felt something in this message, if one of these 7 stoic secrets made you stop and think, that's not by accident. That's your inner potential waking up and no, it's time to go further, because this isn't just a video. This is a philosophy, a way of living, a brotherhood of men who are done pretending and ready to lead with quiet strength. If you're that kind of man or becoming him, then subscribe to Stoic Paradox right now and tap that bell icon by gals Every week, I'll be sharing new Stoic lessons, deep psychological and powerful masculine insights that most men will never hear. The world is full of noise. Let's choose depth. Let's choose discipline. Let's choose a kind of manhood that doesn't fade. It intensifies. Stay strong. Stay grounded. And remember this. You are not getting older. You are becoming sharper. Wiser. Harder to impress and impossible to replace. This is stoic-paradox. And we don't age. We evolve. Until next time, stand tall, walk slow, and let your silence say everything.